Observational. You are standing at the edge of a crowded industry event, checking your phone to avoid eye contact. Just a few feet away, two colleagues are leaning in, smiling, and engaged in active conversation. For many, this setting triggers an immediate defensive response. The fear of an awkward silence or the exhaustion of trying to appear constantly interesting can make professional networking feel like a significant psychological hurdle. This anxiety is rarely about a lack of personality. Instead, it is the result of entering a high-stakes environment without a clear conversational strategy. When you don't have a plan for what to say, your brain defaults to a state of stress. Yet these brief interactions are the primary drivers of workplace success. Effective communication in a casual setting is what leads to mentorship, collaborative projects, and long-term leadership influence. Small talk is not a mysterious talent reserved for extroverts. It is a highly structured framework, one that can be engineered to build rapport and professional credibility with precision. Most networking attempts fail because of a few common behavioral errors. Professionals often dominate the airtime by talking only about themselves, or they try to force a business deal before establishing any level of comfort. Relying on controversial topics to fill silences or leaving a conversation abruptly can leave a lasting negative impression. These mistakes signal a lack of social awareness, which can be difficult to correct later. When these micro-interactions are handled poorly, the cost is clear: lost industry alliances and a direct hit to your professional reputation. This flowchart maps the networking conversation flow from introduction to conclusion. The first pillar is ask about them. Using open-ended discovery questions about their projects shifts focus onto their expertise. This leads to the second pillar, active listening. Rather than just waiting to speak, you treat the conversation as data gathering. You demonstrate this focus through specific behaviors, maintaining eye contact, acknowledging their responses, and asking thoughtful follow-up questions that probe deeper into what they've just said. By prioritizing the other person's perspective, you establish an immediate sense of psychological comfort, which is the necessary starting point for building mutual trust. This Venn diagram shows the common ground discovery framework. Your goal is identifying where your experiences overlap with theirs in shared goals or mutual challenges. This alignment transitions the relationship. You are no longer strangers, but potential collaborators. The final pillar is exit gracefully. End by summarizing a key point and expressing interest in staying in touch. If you want to refine your professional communication further, subscribe to the channel for weekly insights on career growth and development. A professional exit ensures that the value you created during the talk is preserved, making it much easier to reach out again in the future. For senior leaders, this framework is essential for displaying executive presence. At high-level summits, the goal isn't just to meet people, but to identify long-term strategic opportunities. Leaders often find that demonstrating curiosity and humility creates a much stronger impression than simply showcasing their authority or past achievements. Ultimately, these consistent, strategic interactions form the foundation of how you are perceived within the corporate ecosystem. This timeline shows the critical 24 to 48-hour window after an event. This is the period where a brief encounter is either solidified into a professional connection or forgotten. Sending a follow-up message referencing a specific point from your conversation significantly increases the likelihood they will respond and maintain the relationship. The professional gains from a brief interaction are only realized through strategic follow-through days later. Small talk provides the entry point, but the follow-up secures the connection. To recap the system, ask about them, listen actively, find common ground, and exit with a plan to follow up. View this framework as a core part of your professional training. It is a soft skill that yields high returns when practiced with the same discipline as your technical work. Mastering these steps leads to stronger industry alliances and creates clear paths for career advancement. Professional success is often about connecting better, not just talking more. Subscribe for more tools to help you navigate the corporate world with confidence. The first 5 minutes of a conversation are the testing ground for a professional relationship. They dictate whether the door stays open for future collaboration or quietly closes.